How's everybody doing? It is I, Click to Enlarge, here to talk about gaming, news, and pop culture, anything I find entertaining. This game went under the radar for me, and I'm surprised because it's by the people who made Myst, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Frustrating if you don't know how the island works, but amazing. And then they made Riven, and the other one was Abduction. And plus, they made like tons of other like Myst themed games. But Firmament is the new one that's out. So we're gonna. I have not. Again, I don't know how this went over my head, but we're going to check out the trailer. I have the trailer queued up here, and we're gonna go through this, and then we're gonna check out the reviews and discover this game from Cyan together. So without further ado, let's take a look, huh? I mean, one thing these guys do, this team of developers, they make gorgeous atmospheres. And the architecture is going to be amazing. I like the little rail line. It's giving me some Riven vibes. They always know how to use color very, very well. And look how gorgeous the architecture is, obviously. Now, with Abduction, I really enjoyed, but it was hard. The puzzles were really, really hard. I have to say, I am not digging this music choice, unfortunately. So we'll just kind of turn it down a little bit here so we can enjoy a little glimpse of the worlds and potential puzzles, things of that nature. Interesting. Yeah, like an underground world, like looks like an underwater area. Permanent, a little bit of a AI maybe. Yeah, so we got some underwater stuff. That'll be really cool. Yeah, I mean, I expect nothing less on the visual fidelity from these guys. Yeah, Myst and Abduction. So, all right, aside from the music, looks great. Now, I want to head over here to the review. They're PC Gamer's giving it a 73. A beautiful but flawed new adventure from the creators of Myst. Let's kind of scroll down here. And, I always like to see how these writers started off. My brain has never quite agreed with how Cyan Worlds designed their adventure games, primarily the iconic Myst series. Well, Myst is difficult. Like I said, if you don't know how the island works, you're going to run into some problems. Firmament is an easy place for Cyan newbies to start. Good. While thematically similar to Myst series, only puzzle adventure through a series of otherworldly environments, Firmament has its own setting and canon, although you'll be left in the dark on specifics until... Yeah, that's always like... There's always a grand reveal, usually, at the end. Lush, overgrown, St. Andrew. So there's 3 different worlds to deal with, which is fine. I'm used to a little bit of more. Great voice performance. Everything's sounding really good. Never a mystery when it comes to puzzles. Now, see, this is the big thing when it comes to games like this. The puzzles. Abduction was not easy. I see that the word that is used to describe difficult puzzles is obtuse, meaning there's really no direction on, basically no direction on how to solve it, and sometimes you just solve these puzzles randomly. The game is built for VR. I did know that. So this reviewer said it got through the game in under 10 hours, which with only a couple snags, which is a surprise because usually Cyan makes very, very difficult games. They bring up The Witness. That one's hard. The Witness is hard. I made it through the game, but there are a couple sections where I couldn't make it through. The Witness might be one of the most beautiful games I've ever played as well, but the puzzles were very, very hard. For the first time ever, I wished that a point-and-click adventures puzzles had been more complicated and obtuse. A couple were genuine brain teasers. I don't care. I don't want to spoil that, but with that description. But several felt perfunctory, just using my so pretty easy puzzles. But man, if you want a good time exploring and having some puzzles, I could see this game being right up my alley. They conclude that I enjoyed my time with Firmament, perhaps more as a work of otherworldly tourism than challenging a puzzle game. We don't know how smart this guy is. I don't know how smart this guy is. So for all we know, this person's a savant. Or maybe the puzzles are really just, hit or miss. Between a thinly spread story and only a handful of genuinely juicy puzzles, it relied on its environments and atmosphere to hold my attention, which is fine. I'm into that. I'm into spaces like that. I do have Steam. What are people saying about this on Steam? That's my question. So on Steam, because it was released May 18th, fresh game, got mixed reviews. I think you're always going to have mixed reviews. Let's just jump to the recently posted. 2.3 hours in. I'm so sick of buggy, half-baked, poorly tested VR titles, unfortunately. Okay. So, refunded because it just wasn't very fun to play. Okay. Let's see some bad ones. So, this game is not ready for release. The crane controls are broken. Many VR issues if you plan on... Okay. It seems that it's a little buggy and people are disappointed. Let's see here. As others have said, the VR mode is buggy. All right, so this might be a disappointing game on release for you to get if it's if you want to jump on it as far as a VR only game. Maybe I'll try that out. Let's see what the first recommended says. I think the devs were quite rushed for the release date without enough tests for VR. You're a big VR, yeah. So it seems like it's getting mixed reviews as far as VR. This person, 1 hour on record. First impressions are positive. Hard to say will hold up to Myst or Riven at this point, but the puzzles so far are fun and challenging. Optimization is quite poor, but nothing troublesome. Try. I don't know. Just quickly scrolling. Here's more negative ones. Yep, VR. Well, there's your mixed reviews. I mean, honestly, I'm a big fan of the Cyans and the developers there, and I think that this is going to be definitely a game I play on stream and check out, maybe on my own accord for VR, not necessarily for streaming. So let me know what you guys think. Have you played Myst, Riven? Are you a fan of puzzle games? As big as a fan of puzzle games as I am, at least. Will you give this game a try? Let me know. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I appreciate you guys. That's some news. Take care.